Hello YouTube, my name is Nishal, and today we're going to be continuing my easy math series. Today I'm going to be talking about logarithms. So this comes up in C2, I believe, chapter 3, for those of you doing NXL. But logarithms are useful in loads of areas of maths, and you're probably likely to come across them if you do any form of higher maths. So what logarithms are is sort of how you work out within powers. How you work out if the power is the unknown in a question. So for example, on this calculator, by the way, which I'm using, this button here, there's a button here that's called log, and there's a button here which has got log and a square and a rectangle. Now log is the same as this one with base 10. You'll come across base quite often in log. Base 10 just means that, well, I'll explain it to you. So if you have, for example, log 10 100 equals 2, what this means is 10 to the power of 2 equals 100. Obviously you understand that, and that's how the calculator works. So whenever you press this log button here, it's always working in that base 10. So if I write, for example, log 100, although you don't see that little you don't see that square here that you see that I've written down here, you'll see I get the answer 2. Now if I go and press this button, I get log 10 100 equals 2. So obviously you can see how this and this both just prove that this log button always works in base 10. That's just for future reference. So if you're going to work out a question using this, but I always use this is your base or your original way of working with logs. So for example, if you had the question 8x equals 11, and you don't know how to solve that, the easiest way to do it is sort of using this method here. So what you want to do is what we say log both sides. So that means you write log 8x equals log 11. Now with when you log stuff, what you can do is you can take this any power and move it over here. So what I'm going to do is write x log 8 equals log 11, and then obviously this is just a number, this is just a number, and then you have the x value. So x equals log 11 over log 8. And so that would be your final answer for the value of x. So if I just show you my calculator, just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'd write, where is it? There we go. Log 11 divided by log 8. So I get this value here. Now but by the logic I've used up here, this would mean that log 8 to the 11 equals x. So 8 to the power of x equals the 11. So with this being our x value, if you write 8 to the power of the answer, oops, what have I gone wrong? Give me a second. There we go. 8 to the power of answer, and you can see equals 11. So that's how you'd use the standard log rule to work out any unknown power, which is x. Another way of using the log rule is with addition, or using a base using the same base rather to simplify a value or work out another value. So if I just change paper, you can see that we can simplify logarithms when you're adding together. So this is something that you'll need to remember. So for example, log 2 to the power 2 index 7 add log 2 index 3. Now you might be asked to simplify this in an exam or work this out. Obviously you will usually have a calculator to do this, but if you want to work out what this is in terms of one log, which you might have to use in some exams, what you need to know is that a log with the same base, so log 2 here and log 2 here, you can simplify by timesing this number and this number together. So this would simplify down to log 2 bracket 7 times 3, which equals log 2 to 21. So bear in mind that you can only do this if this base number here is the same as this base number here. If they're different numbers, then you can't do this times rule, but if they're the same number, then you can do this times rule. Now this also works in reverse. So if you wanted to have log 8 of 32 minus log 8 of 4, and I wanted you to work this out, you could do this question without a calculator, because all you need to know is that because there's a minus there, instead of timesing like we did above, you're now going to divide. And because there's the same base, 8 and 8, we can use this method of dividing this number by this number. So this would equal log 8 32 divided by 4. I'll put that in brackets there. And 32 divided by 4 is 8, so it's log 8. And obviously 8 to the power of something equals 8, well obviously that's going to equal 1. So just to check that on a calculator if you like, you can see we had, oops, my calculator's run off. There we go. Log 8 to 30 index 32 minus log 8 to the 4, and you can see that equals 1. So by using these the rules I've explained here, adding of the same base of log, taking away with the same base of log, and as I previously mentioned, how to work out unknowns when you're talking about powers with log, and using your calculator, which will give you this log 10, you should be able to answer most questions that you are going to need on logs. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if this helped, and yeah, thank you very much for watching.